Hi, me again. Still sticking in my hand. Never mind. Boy, that would have been an old commercial that you don't remember. Hi, I'm Neil. I'm trying to teach myself how to play 20 or 25 songs on the piano sometime over the course of the next, I don't know how long it's going to take me. Year? Is it going to take me a year, 2 years? I want to play well enough that I can go out and gig at a piano bar or, you know, a lounge or something. Does that make me a lounge lizard? I don't know. I got a couple of things to address. One, I got an endless amount of grief from some friends who watched the first couple of episodes of this experiment and said, "Oh, there's Neil beating himself up, saying I can't play the piano," and then proceeds to play the piano. And then there's Neil who says I can't sing, and then proceeds to sing. Look, in my estimation, I am a beginner because I can do this, right? Which I think, you give most people a week or two at the piano and they can probably do that. I guess if I have an advantage, it's that I hear songs in my head when I'm just messing around and playing chords. So I'll start deliberately playing minor chord. Ooh, not that one though. And just seeing where it takes me and seeing if it reminds me of a song. And if it does, then I try to listen to that song a little bit more and figure out what's happening musically in the song. And that's just how I learn. I can read music that's for one note instruments, like instruments that are playing one note at a time. Piano's got too much going on. It's too much ink on the page. I can't follow it. I can't play the guitar because there's too much of this happening, and I just can't. I can't. I'm old and I am feeble, and that's too much happening for me. So I want to try and do this, and I've stumbled upon a few songs that I want to focus on. The one that seems to be getting the most traction because I sang it with somebody last night at a karaoke show was Stand Tall by Burton Cummings. And we'll get to that later. Again, I haven't touched the song since yesterday's video, since I hit stop on yesterday's video, because I want to include you on all of this. I don't want to do a whole bunch of messing around on the piano that you're not a part of, because then you're missing part of this evolution that you may find interesting, you may find repugnant, you may find repulsive. You may find entertaining. I have no idea. This may be the same kind of thing that makes people slow down to look at car accidents. I really don't know. Um, but I want to share something with you, and I haven't tried it yet. I was watching a Prince documentary yesterday, and it was after I had finished recording yesterday's episode. And you may remember there, I think it was like episode 3. I had stumbled upon this. Right, Purple Rain on the piano, which is how Prince wrote the song. He wrote the song on the piano. But then in the Prince documentary, they brought up something, and Stephen Ridley, the guy on the internet who's like, if you can play these 4 chords in this order, you can play hundreds of songs. He's not wrong, because they gave me an example yesterday in the Prince documentary. So let's just give you the chords from Purple Rain at the end, and so it's right. Okay, ready? I'll try it again. Anyway, so when Purple Rain came out, the guys in Journey got a heads up to listen to the end of the song and see if it reminded them a little bit too much of Faithfully. Highway runs into the midnight sun. But it's the end of the song. Oh, 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 right? And that's also the end of and on Purple Rain he's going. From there. And I guess the guys in Journey listened to it and they were like, yeah, it's close, but who cares? It's beautiful. He's doing his own thing. It's just a chord progression. We don't own the chord progression. And if he was inspired by us, then we're happy that we inspired him. Like that was they could have put the kibosh on one of the biggest songs of the 1980s that basically defined Prince's career. And they chose to just let it slide. But it was interesting that they pointed that out in the documentary because, right? Because now, if I'm going to mess with, if I'm going to mess with that, well, then I can also mess with Faithfully, which is another one of those piano songs that I absolutely love. And there's so many of those that just, the chords are just there. And the chord, so when Stephen Ridley talks about you play these 4 chords in this order, and it's hundreds of songs, and in the commercial that you've probably seen on the internet, he plays a whole pile of songs, and then there's a list scrolling by of all the songs that fit that same chord progression. So it doesn't surprise me that 2 massive hits like Faithfully and Purple Rain use that same set of chords. It's cool. So there, that's today's little nugget. I'm glad that worked out because I had no idea if it was actually gonna. I was tempted to try it when I watched the doc. I'm looking at it and I'm looking at the piano and I'm going, oh, I want to sit down and try this. But I thought, no, I want to save it. I got to remember how that even goes, how that intro goes. Nope, that's not it. No, that sounds terrible. Oh, even that doesn't sound good. I gotta listen to the song. Maybe that'll be the project for tonight/tomorrow. I'll listen to the song about 1,000 times, see if I can figure out what's going on with the. No. That's not it either. But I want to figure it out now because, as Billy Crystal says in When Harry Met Sally, oh, call the cops, it's out there. So now I feel like I need to go and discover that. So last night at this karaoke show, my friend Henry, who fancies himself a balladeer of sorts, asked me. He said, I want to do, he said, I watched your video. I want to do the song now. I want to do it with you, though. I want to do the low part. And Neil, you do the high part. And so last night was a nice reminder that, yes, I can do the high part. I've never done the high part here, and I'm not going to do it for quite some time. But it was a nice reminder that I can still hit those notes. And so I guess, just to put the wraps on this, because we're already at 10 minutes. Let's just try this. And this is the part where you know what else is nice for me is that YouTube, because YouTube runs all these copyright checks and things like that before you put video content out there. It scans it and it runs it through various algorithms to see if you're using anybody else's music in your stuff. YouTube thinks I'm using Burton Cummings' Stand Tall. And it has warned me a few times, hey, this is copyright protected material that you're using, but it's okay. The copyright holder says it's okay. So apparently it's close enough that YouTube thinks it's the song, which, I mean, that's nice. I don't think it's the song, and you don't think it's the song because you know what the song's supposed to sound like, and it's not there yet. But let's just try it. Now, here's the thing, is that when the singing part comes along, I don't want to lose track of I don't want to lose that. But you'll notice when I go to sing, this all goes away. And I'm lucky if I'm playing the chords at the right time. And that's one of the things that's like the stone in my shoe. And I want to get rid of that. But I guess that'll take time. So somebody told me that I need to focus on getting the music part right first and then add the singing later. Get the music to a point where I don't even have to think about it anymore. I can do the music on autopilot and then add the singing. Jump in on the comments and tell me if you think that's right or if I should be melding both together and developing both things at the same time. Should I be learning to play the song while singing it? Or should I learn to play the song and then learn how to integrate the vocal into that? Jump into the comments, please, and let me know what you think. In the meantime, here it is. Never been this blue. I never knew the meaning of a heartache. But then again, I've never lost a love before. See, it just happened there. Somewhere down the road, maybe all those years will find some meaning. I just can't think about them now or live them out anymore. Never lasted so long, no, or through so much, or through so many. I just can't believe I could throw it all away. Sometimes late at night, when there's nothing here except my old piano, I'd almost give my hands to make you see my way. Stand tall, don't you fall. Oh, don't go do something you might regret later. Okay, that's where it is. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe I need to learn the song first, because it goes other places that I haven't, really explored yet. Like I mentioned before that he does this thing Sometimes late at night, when there's nothing here except my old piano. Okay. Wasn't expecting to get that. I'm not going to get it twice in a row. When there's nothing here except my old piano. Told you. All right, that's enough. But I need to get into that kind of stuff. Or maybe it's up higher. Is it? That's it. No. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay. Rocket Man. That's a wrap for this time. Again, in the comments, if you would, please, either just hi and where you're from, and the other thing that would be helpful, should I be learning the song first and then adding the singing after, or put them both together at the same time and learn them at the same time? I don't know. I'm interested to hear what you think. Thanks.